God created man for woman and woman for man, and He implemented the institution of marriage. Marriage is a sacred thing. When you say your vows to each other before God, that is a sacred thing and shouldn't be taken lightly. If so many girls grow up with the desire for marriage, why do so many of us date with no intention of marriage? The romantic and sexual aspect that dating often includes are not necessary to get to know someone and fall in love. Courtship is an establishment of an agreed relationship. During courtship, a couple gets to know each other and decides if there will be an engagement. The intent of courtship has always been marriage. Always. If your dream was to grow up and find love, get married, and become a wife or a husband, courtship is the way to go, as opposed to dating where there is no certain intention. If the intention is not marriage, then what is it? Man and woman were meant for each other, but under the institution of marriage. Courtship is better than dating, just for the fact that most girls would choose a husband over a boyfriend. No woman in her natural state desires to give herself to a man, physically and spiritually, without commitment from that man. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, "In this world, courtship is sampling the goods before buying it. And sisters, that is a huge mistake on your part to let any man have his way with you, and then later you decide whether you will or won't get married." He later said, "Once you become sexually involved, it interferes with the process of judgment. Sex is like a narcotic that intoxicates the mind. With certain drugs, they caution you not to enter into any contract, drive your vehicle, or mix this drug with alcohol. Sex is like that. When you get involved sexually with a man, under that intoxication, you think you are in love." Yeah, I'm 17, I'm a teenager, and no, I don't want a boyfriend. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like boys, or men, I should say. Because there is definitely a difference between a man and a boy. A man is mature, has goals, vision, passion, drive, and discipline. A man loves a woman, respects a woman. A boy is immature, underdeveloped, not ready. A boy plays games. A boy disrespects, hurts, and takes advantage of women. A man is responsible and a boy isn't. A man knows what he wants and a boy is uncertain. Because of that uncertainty, a lot of times as girls, when we involve ourselves with them, especially sexually, we get hurt. Honestly, if the intention isn't marriage, why waste my time? When I court, as opposed to dating, I know the intention is marriage. Even if we ultimately realize that I would not be the best wife for him or he would not be the best husband for me, the intention was marriage, and we can go on about our lives with respect, still for each other and on mutual good terms, because we did not involve ourselves and tie ourselves down with emotion and intimacy. Because once you add intimacy to a relationship, it makes, when you do logically realize that you all aren't best for each other, it makes that separation harder and more difficult. So you see people every day who probably are not happy and probably are not best for each other and probably shouldn't be together. But because of the emotion, because of the intimacy, it makes people tied together and it makes leaving each other and separating from each other hard. And a lot of times when people break up or they separate, it's tension, it's drama, it's a big deal. But if you do things the right way, courtship is not the same. A lot of times as girls, we get frustrated with boys because we don't know their intention. We're like, I don't even know. Does he like me? Does he love me? Does he just want me for sex? Do I just make him look good? Is he trying to make someone jealous? Am I a side chick? Am I a side thing? Am I his little plaything? We get ourselves emotionally tied and occupied with a boy who never had the intention of loving us, but a man who wants to be a husband. See, he sets the intention. He pursues a woman in the best way. He finds interest in her based on principle, character, personality, talent, her mind. He doesn't rush. He is interested in knowing and loving the depths of her mind and soul first, not her body. He knows how to touch her without touching her. For me, I want love, real love, that everlasting love, love based and centered around God love, that let's pray together love, that wake me up for prayer love, that correct me when I'm wrong love, that teach me love, that 50 years plus love, that best friend type love, that let's build a future love. See, that type of love takes time. It takes two individuals who are ready. See, the beautiful thing about courtship, as opposed to dating, is that you are declaring that you're ready. To court, you want to be ready for marriage. So before you court, you're getting ready. You're preparing yourself. So rather than occupy myself with pointless and meaningless relationships, I'm getting ready. Rather than playing around with several guys, I'm preparing myself for the one. And I like to think that he's preparing for me too. I saw a beautiful quote. It said, he's praying for her. She's praying for him. Little do they know, Allah sealed their fate with each other before they were even born. I have no doubt in my mind that God has a plan for my life. I'm waiting patiently as it unfolds. Like Mariah Peters said, I locked up my heart and gave God the key. I love that. I love it because it basically means that whatever man gets that key will have to seek him first. A marriage based on God and everlasting principle will last, while a relationship based on worldly passion and lust will never thrive. I want real love, a real marriage with a real man. This is why I don't want a boy who could be my boyfriend. I want a husband. So rather than dating, I plan on courting.